What it do, YouTube? Your boy Theflightmike back again with another great NBA news video in regards to D'Angelo Russell's development. But before we get started, I have a couple of announcements I wanted to make. First of all, I wanted to thank all of my new subscribers. I know a lot of you guys are watching this video, you're not subscribed, and not all of you guys have to choose to subscribe, but for the ones that do choose to subscribe and hit the notification bell, I appreciate it, and I'll make sure never to let you down and always bring you the most up-to-date news about each and every NBA player. The next announcement I wanted to make is, guys, I made a Patreon account, and this is just for the people that really want to help support the channel, help it grow. Every bit of money I make off of Patreon is going right back into the channel. I'm spending it on better editors, better market research, and way better content to help bring the best content to you guys I possibly could. Finally, guys, last piece of news is I am going to be doing a huge giveaway. NBA 2K20 is coming out. If you guys are interested in potentially winning a copy, go to my Instagram account. I'm gonna leave it in the description down below. It's instagram.com/flightmike or instagram.com/Michael_Maradia. Now, check this out, guys. When the Golden State Warriors lost Kevin Durant, a lot of teams would panic. Kevin Durant is by far the best player in the league. Well, even before his Achilles tear, I would still say he is the best player in the league, or second best player in the league behind Giannis, but that's a video for another day. I actually made a video on how much I think Kevin Durant's Achilles injury is going to sap his career. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description down below. But check this out, man. D'Angelo Russell came into the gym. He's working at Summit. If you guys played NBA 2K10 Draft Combine, that's pretty much where he's working out, that very famous court. And he looks really good, man. His release looks way quicker, and on top of that, it looks like he's working on the right stuff. But on top of all of that, my man looks hella lean, and that's really important because the one thing that I think the Warriors really needed in D'Angelo Russell, and the reason why they brought him in, is they're gonna definitely be playing along. They're gonna be playing through Draymond Green and Steph Curry. And D'Angelo Russell brings a dimension to the Warriors, which is super important, and that's the ability to, one, create his own shot, but two, he could also move around without the ball in his hands and spot up for jump shots, and it looks like he's specifically working on that in this video right over here. That's all he's doing for a solid minute and a half, and it's really encouraging to see because his basketball IQ has definitely increased since moving on from the Los Angeles Lakers to the Brooklyn Nets. It looks like he might even have a chip on his shoulder from being rejected by the Brooklyn Nets, but there's also a sense of professionalism to D'Angelo Russell that I really like. If you go up and look at interviews of how he feels about the fact that the Brooklyn Nets moved on from him, he understands the business aspect of the NBA. He's not complaining like Isaiah Thomas did when Isaiah Thomas got traded from the Celtics to the Cavs. He is just taking it in stride and understanding, hey, the Brooklyn Nets had an opportunity to bring in Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. I don't blame him. Hey, I didn't really perform in LA and I kind of alienated most of the locker room with that whole beef with Nick Young and Iggy Azalea, which I also made a video on. If you guys want to go check that out. He seems to be very understanding and significantly more mature. Now, I really am liking the fact that he understands his role with the Golden State Warriors over here, because so far all you're seeing is his ability to score from three. It seems like he's exclusively working on his ability to score from three, his ability to hit the floater, and also his ability to create his shot off the dribble. And so far, man, tell me if I'm tripping, the release looks quicker, the release looks a little bit different than it did in years past, and it looks like he is the ideal player to step up while Klay Thompson is out for injury. Again, if you're going to run a set with D'Angelo Russell and Steph Curry, and even potentially a small ball set when Klay Thompson comes back, and this is something that I think could be pretty terrifying if you think about it. At the 5, we don't really care who we got. At the 4, say you get Draymond Green. At the 3, you get D'Angelo Russell or Klay Thompson, and at the 2, you get whoever's left over. And then at point, you'll get Steph Curry. That is one terrifying freaking small ball lineup if they could execute it. I feel like that lineup could actually be even more, I know this is going to be controversial, but I feel like that lineup could even be more efficient than the Warriors were with Kevin Durant on the floor last year, because whenever Kevin Durant was playing with the Warriors last year, at times it seemed like he kind of had his entire offense, the entire offense built around him. It kind of slowed down the flow on occasion because Kevin Durant really liked to isolate himself and get his basket working through there, or he'll just score off of a catch and shoot three, which is fine because, again, Kevin Durant is a top 2, top 3 player in the league, and whatever you need to do to appease him, you will do so. But at times, you also saw the Golden State Warriors get taken out of their flow, and they weren't really playing that style or that brand of 2016 or 2015 rather, before Kevin Durant came in, the year that they went 73-9 and then lost to the Cavaliers, blew a 3-1 series lead. That year, you really saw a crazy flow in the offense. You saw a lot of ball movement. You saw a lot of off-ball screens and just working to get their shooters open. You saw a lot of Draymond Green driving it in and kicking it out. I feel like with D'Angelo Russell, especially with his ability to create his own shot, but also spot up and shoot the open three, you're going to see the Warriors get back to that. And say if you have D'Angelo coming off the bench, or say Curry gets tired, Clay gets tired, you still have a lethal scorer with a great ability to find the wide open lane, or has great court vision to distribute the ball amongst the Warriors. And again, in order to play on Golden State, ideally, you will have this ability to create for your teammates, and we all know that that wasn't really Kevin Durant's game. Now, don't get me wrong, if the Warriors could have kept KD, they would keep KD. And is Kevin Durant a better player than D'Angelo Russell? Without a doubt. But what I'm trying to say here is D'Angelo Russell is a significantly better fit for the Golden State Warriors than Kevin Durant was. Now, if you want to roast me in the comment section, just hear me out real quick. Again, we said Kevin Durant's a little bit more ISO, more of an ISO scorer that could, of course, catch and shoot and make those wide open shots. But D'Angelo Russell's entire game was always based upon pick and rolls, was always based upon catching wide open shots and hitting them, was also the ability to create his open shot. I feel like D'Angelo Russell is way more versatile and fits into the Golden State Warriors way better than Kevin Durant did. Now, what I'm expecting from him this year, I expect him to either be an all-star or a fringe all-star. The reason for that is there's a bigger spotlight on D'Angelo this year. That spotlight is the fact that he is on the most popular team in the NBA right now, the most dominant team in the NBA over the past couple of years. A lot of people are expecting the Warriors to fall off, but I personally think that they're actually going to improve with D'Angelo Russell in the lineup. I feel like their chemistry is going to get a bit better with the fact that Kevin Durant is not, the whole Kevin Durant free agency cloud isn't going to be hanging over them. Most of their entire core has been locked up to a contract extension. Everyone is getting along very well. The culture is already established. I feel like D'Angelo Russell is 100% ready to take the next step and even be a future piece for the Golden State Warriors for years to come. So personally, I do see at least a top 3 seed finish. I feel like they have been overshadowed with the crazy offseason news that we got about Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers and Paul George also being traded to the Clippers and Anthony Davis getting traded to the Lakers to team up with LeBron James. And of course, we all know about DeMarcus Cousins going over to the Lakers and tearing his ACL, but they also recently signed Dwight Howard. I feel like that has all been overshadowed. That has all overshadowed the great offseason the Warriors had, because we all know that they could have lost Kevin Durant for nothing. But instead they get this Swiss Army knife that fits into their plans perfectly, fits into their timeline perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but D'Angelo's about 23 years old right now. Curry is 30. I think Klay Thompson's like 29 or 28. I'm not exactly sure. But D'Angelo Russell could very well be the future of the Golden State Warriors. He fits into that team perfectly. He fits into their plans perfectly. And the only downside of this entire situation is the Warriors are going to be capped up for the next couple of years. But if you ask me, I feel like they are going to be in a very good place to compete and a very good place to contend for years to come. Now, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do you think D'Angelo Russell is going to be able to take the next step? Do you think he's going to take a step back this year? The new team he's with, the Golden State Warriors, is probably not for him, or the pressure of potentially getting traded in the middle of the season is going to catch up to him? Let me know in the comment section, guys, because I would really like to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching.